Hello, it is Friday the 13th of October. It is my first nighttime vlog, so excuse the horrible lighting, but it just didn't get done today. I had coaching yesterday afternoon and I vlogged straight after, and then I hit a wall. I was feeling so inspired and motivated, as I always do after a coaching session. I just find that it really helps me regroup. Then I was just so tired, and so I went to work after coaching and just kind of, as I said, hit a wall, was exhausted, and it's just mainly because I've been staying up late every night, or late for me. I've been staying up till about 11, which is when Steve gets home, and then we go to bed a bit after that, and most mornings waking up to go to the gym at about 5, which is what I used to do for months on end, which now I think about it, not surprised. I burned out when I was doing that, but it's just really been hitting me. And I think also because I've been working non-stop, which doesn't mean I'm being productive non-stop, but I'm just constantly checking my phone. I'm constantly thinking about blogging stuff. I'm constantly listening to podcasts, but as I was saying, this week I've been listening to the Harry Potter audiobook, which is amazing, just to give my brain a break, and I'm just feeling a bit fried. So, and also Steve and I, with buying the house that we are buying, which is very exciting, but there's all that stuff as well, which I'm not stressed about actually. Just really calm about it, but it's just other stuff to do. So today we went to go to a bank to talk about the finance side of things, and then after that, so today, as I was saying yesterday, Kit and I made an agreement. It was suggested by me that today, being Friday, I would have completely off blogging. We also put in place that I'm not allowed to start anything new without bringing it to a coaching session, just so we can discuss what's workable, and then I'm not putting too much on my plate, which I have a tendency to do, which doesn't come from a good place. A lot of the time it just comes from feeling like I'm not enough and that I need to do more to be more, if that makes sense. But I'm actually getting a lot better with that, but still need to just keep my eye on it. And I'm just sitting on the floor of my room, if you didn't know. So today I had completely off. I didn't allow myself to do anything at all relating to blogging, except this is the only thing. So I watched 2 episodes, the 2 latest episodes of Kardashians, the new season, which was really good. Just lying in bed watching that, and I know I sound like really monotone, but just really tired and just having one of those days. And I just did not feel like filming earlier, and I normally try not to give in to those feelings, but I was like, I'll film right before I go to work, and then I was like, it'd be the perfect time actually today to get my eyebrows done. So I got them threaded, and I only had enough time. I tinted them myself. They've got a tiny bit of so I've written 365 on my head, so I didn't forget it, because at work I was like, shit, I haven't done it. So I've got a tiny bit of pencil, because my eyebrows don't actually naturally grow close enough, like for it to be flattering for your face. It's meant to be, it's like something about a line here, probably still could be a little further in, but my natural hair is like here. Anyway, so I did that, and then I didn't have time and didn't make time, and so I thought I'd just do it tonight. So it's like 9 o'clock, got home from work at about 8:30. After work I went to the grocery shop, because I've been really lazy with my meal prep lately, and with eating healthy. I'm just trying to figure out how to sit, and I just really want to get back into doing that. I was also listening to a podcast episode on my Teal's podcast. I'll link the episode. She was talking about how to prep for the new year, and one of the things she was saying was to practice integrity and discipline around eating around the holidays, just because, and I totally agree with it, and I was like, oh, that's amazing advice. Often most people like let themselves go around this time of year and then try and piece it all together again in January, and it's just really challenging. Then it's extra challenging, but that's not the reason I like the idea. It is because that just really builds that self-discipline, integrity muscle. And when I say integrity, I mean following through with your plans and not negotiating your way out of them. So it's just a really good way to strengthen your discipline and integrity so that you can, in the new year, follow through with all your plans really much more easily. So that inspired me as well to get back into not being lazy with healthy eating, and doing more meal prep again. So I went to the shop. I didn't actually buy the stuff for the lunch I want to be cooking, but I bought some bananas because I'm going to start having basically what I'd normally have in winter, but in smoothie form. So normally I have porridge with peanut butter and banana and protein powder, but it's way too hot at the moment. Like, I don't enjoy having that, so I'm going to make a smoothie version of it. So I bought like 8 or 9 bananas and just cut them all up and froze them. And I bought some peanut butter that's like 100% peanuts. I love peanut butter. And what else did I buy? Some almond milk, unsweetened, to put with it. It was basically based on a recipe that I found. Not that it's rocket science, because when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's literally what I would normally have anyway, except she suggested 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Would love to do that. That is a lot of peanut butter, even for someone who's on like a pretty high fat diet. So yeah, I did that, but let me tell you, I did not feel like going to the shops. I did not feel like getting bananas to cut them up. I did not feel like when I got home, cutting them up, putting them away. But yeah, I was just like, oh, I know I don't feel like it, but I'm going to do it. And I'm having another one of those dilemmas now or earlier. Now, whenever I talk on these, actually, I kind of feel more awake and alive. But what happened, I'll show you. It's very sad. I don't know if, hopefully this doesn't fall off. Whoop. That's glass. This normally sits up on my desk and it leans against the window, and earlier today it just smacked forward, and actually it was like 2 minutes before I went to get my eyebrows done, and I was like, nah, I'm not cleaning that up right now. Actually, I probably shouldn't be wearing bare feet in here. So yeah, there's smashed glass all over my desk, and then there is this pile of freshly washed clothes that I washed. Well, I washed them 2 days ago and I didn't take them down until today. I also want to show you this that I bought today. So it's kind of the dilemma of, do I want to clean it up now and put my clothes away, which would probably only take 15 minutes, and also bring my washing basket from upstairs. I have my dirty clothes, but no basket to put them in. Well, so yeah, like 15 minutes, and tomorrow morning I'd be ready to go with the stuff I want to do. And it's like, present me doesn't want to do it, but I know that I'm gonna, even if I'm laying in bed or watching something, like, I don't feel like I'm in a mood where I'll really even enjoy it, if that makes sense. You know how sometimes apathetic definitely isn't the right word, but I just feel like nothing interests me today. Though Kardashians was good actually, but still not as much as it normally would. Like, I was just kind of like, I don't feel like doing anything, and I think I just haven't caught up on sleep yet, and my brain's still fried. So yeah, but I was gonna share this that I brought today, just to, if anyone hasn't discovered this. So I've never tried this brand before. It was a cheap one, so I hope it still works, but it's instant nail polish remover, and it's in a tub, and inside it is a sponge soaked with nail polish remover, and you just dip your finger in the top and it removes your nail polish instantly. So if you have never heard of it, I normally get the Maybelline one, but they didn't have it. The only thing is that if you've just applied nail polish and you have regret and you want to take it off while it's still wet, it will actually leave some of that color in here. So I often do that actually. I paint my nails and paint like 5 and I'm like, oh no, actually I'm not in the mood for that. And then if I took it off a few times straight away with this, and then every time I would remove nail polish on other occasions, I'd have, it was like a dark, I think it was black or like a really dark purple, and it would stain my fingers, not for long, but for long enough that I was like, ugh. So don't take off wet nail polish with this. But yeah, I bought that today after I got my eyebrows threaded, and I've got the lumps and it's really itchy, but that's fine. She soaked it in aloe vera. She was like, do you want any aloe vera? When it was bright red, I was like, mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm gonna put this away. Enjoying my new organized room, and I'm like so excited that if we move into this new house to really create an office, I'm gonna get rid of this desk, I've decided, because I bought it in 2009 when I first moved out of home. So it's 8 years old. It's really annoying being black glass. It shows up every speck of dust. I did not think of that when I was 18. And this is all like rusty, and also like just for photo purposes, I would really love a white desk. So I was looking at stuff earlier today as well, like interior design stuff. I'm loving katelevee.com and A Beautiful Mess. So yeah, if you know any really good interior design blogs, like I've looked on Pinterest, but I'd also like to just look at blogs as well, like find a blog that I can go to and look through all their posts. But I'm happy to go through Pinterest anyway. But yeah, I'm going to put that away. I'm going to keep listening to Harry Potter. He's just played his first Quidditch game, very exciting. So that's where I'm at. I'm actually very surprised I talked for this long. I was like, oh my god, my vlogs today is going to be 1 minute long. But that's where I'm at. I'm just having one of those days, and yeah, know that they happen to everyone. They're never fun, and they never feel like they will end, but they will. So I hope tomorrow, or not hope, tomorrow I'm going to be making a plan. I realize as well, and it probably relates to me being not disciplined with food, because when I have a lot of integrity around eating, which doesn't mean I only eat healthy food, it just means I only eat what I planned, I find it really easy to plan in other areas of my life. But lately, in the last few weeks, I haven't been planning out my time with my blogging stuff, and I feel like I have just been using the excuse that I'm doing a lot of new activities, but I haven't, like, I could have planned certain things that I didn't, and so I feel like I'm much more reactive. And yeah, I really just I love the feeling of following through with it. Like, how good do you feel when you make a plan and you stick to it and you achieve what you set out to achieve, instead of like, oh, I ended up doing this instead or whatever? Like, it just feels good. And then when you're in the practice of making strong decisions, it's not like I think we're often scared of disappointing ourselves, but if you make strong decisions and you get really good at always following through with those decisions, which just takes practice, then you only make decisions that you know you can stick to, and it really doesn't lead to much disappointment at all. I find that often making no plans leads to much more disappointment. So that's what I'm working on at the moment, just trying to really get through the day. I feel much more awake now though, so this has been good. But I'm gonna whack on my Harry Potter audiobook, put my clothes away. I often watch a YouTube video while I do it, but it takes longer when I'm watching something. I get really distracted, so I'm just gonna listen to some Harry Potter and then go to bed. I was planning to watch After You. No. I was planning to watch Me Before You. I'm reading After You. because I finished reading Me Before You. I loved it. It was so sad, and I had waited to see the movie until after I'd read the book, because I always want to, the book's always better, we all know that, and I just like using my imagination. But I plan to watch it tonight, and I actually still might do that. I'm not sure if I'm in the mood for crying though, and I'm a sook with movies and stuff. Like, I cried, this is a few years ago now because I haven't watched The Biggest Loser in ages, but there was an episode of The Biggest Loser, like the show where they go on and lose lots of weight, and they got letters from home from their families, and I cried because it was so beautiful. It's so sad. I cry every episode of Grey's Anatomy. So I'm just trying to think about if I'm in the mood for crying, or if that'll make my tiredness better or worse. I feel like I look like I'm in a jungle down here. And actually, look at this. I'm nearly done, I promise. There are 2 new leaves, and it's so funny because I've been so horrible at watering this plant, and then last week I was like, how hard is it to water a plant? So I stepped up my game. Immediately there are 2 new leaves. I was like, oh, should have done that sooner. Anyway, I'm just rambling on now, so I'm going to leave it here, but I will talk to you tomorrow.